Good afternoon or good day, everyone. I'm here again to tackle about um, some information or to give you about some information about Southeast Asian arts, which is a fabric design. Okay. We all know that their textiles show or tell us something about their status in their society. So let's find out the fabric design or the textile in Thailand. Okay. In Thailand, they have what we call a Thai silk. It is produced from the cocoons of Thai silkworms. Okay, in Korat, Korat is the center of the silk industry in Thailand. Okay, Thai weavers from this region raise the caterpillars on a steady diet of mulberry leaves. This is the cocoon of silkworms. Okay, and this is um, the silk cocoons and spool. Also, this is how the Thai silk is being weaved. And also, we have an example of Thai fabric designs. Okay, this is the Thai silk dress and skirt. Okay, next country is Cambodia. Cambodia silk weaving dates to as early as the 1st century since textiles were used for trading. Modern textiles have traces of motifs imitating clothing details on ancient stone sculptures. They have different kinds of Cambodian weaving. The first is an ikat technique. To create patterns, weavers tie and dye portion of weft yarn before weaving begins. Patterns are diverse and vary by region. Common motifs includes lattice, stars, and spots. Next is the uneven twill. It yields single or two color, which are produced by weaving three threads so that the color of one thread dominates on one side of the fabric, while the two others determine the color of the um, reverse side. Okay. Then they also have what we call the natural dyes. Um, those are coming from a lac insect nest, produce a red dye, and those from indigo produce a blue dye. From prohot bark produce yellow and green dye, and from ebony bark it produce a black dye. Modern silk weaving centers. These are the center of silk weaving in Cambodia, in Takeo, Batambang, Bentay, or Benti, Menchi, Siem Reap, and Kampot. Silk weaving has been revived in the past 10 years. It serves as work for rural women. Cambodian silk is generally sold domestically. They have what we call a sampot, which is a wrap skirt, the furnishings, and the pidan. Pidan is somewhat like a pictorial tapestries. Okay, this is how a wrap skirts look like. Also the pidan. Okay. The cotton textiles have also played a significant role in Cambodian culture. Though today, Cambodia imports most of its cotton, traditionally woven cotton remains popular. Rural women often weave homemade cotton fabric which is used in garments and household purposes. Okay, they have what we call the krama. It is the traditional check scarves worn almost universally by Cambodians. These are made of cotton. This is an example of their fabric design or Cambodian fabric design, a Cambodian dress. Okay, next country is in Laos. In Laos, according to Lao tradition, stories of their histories were woven. Okay. Sin. Sin is the Lao woman's ankle-long skirt whose form is undeniable but whose patterns are unique to each skirt. Okay, it looks like uh textile in Mindanao. Yan. This is an example of a Lao woman wearing sin. um, Laos woman looks like some of our fellow Filipino in Mindanao. Okay, um next country is in Vietnam. Okay, Vietnam is known as the golden thread silk were born. Okay? So, in Vietnam, they have what we call the Hadong. Hadong is the center of weaving and sericulture or the silkworm production. Okay, this is jacquard loom. It is used in weaving patterns containing centuries old symbol and characters. And these are the popular Vietnamese fabric ranges, the Shantung Taffeta, the Benjamin weave, and the ebony satin. Ebony satin, an all-natural lustrock silk hand-woven in southern Vietnam and naturally dyed using the ebony fruit pods. Okay, when we use the ebony bark, it produce a black color. Okay, this is the Vietnamese wedding dress. Okay. Next is or are the countries of Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia. Okay, they have also a common culture regarding fabric designs. In the three countries, they have what we call the batik. Batik is the most common fabric to them. Okay? The term batik is an Indonesian Malay word believed to be related to the Malay word titik. Titik means point, dot, or drop. Okay. There, they have different categories of batik design. This is the geometric motif and the free-form design. So in Malaysian batik, incorporates leaves and flowers to avoid the interpretation of human and animal images as idolatry. And it is a famous for its geometrical design or spirals. In Singaporean batik, it has been existing since the 12th century, featured in as the uniform of flight attendants for the official flag carrier airlines of Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Okay. The types of Malaysian batiks are the hand-painted and the block printed. The hand-painted are the artist uses the canting, a small copper container with one or more different size types. In block printed, it is done by welding together strips of metal to form a metal block. Okay, this is a hand-painted batik. So, they use only their bare hand to paint using an instrument, while the block printed batik, they uses metal. Okay, and then they make different uh, styles to have their printed batik. Okay, these are the flight attendants in Singapore wearing batik dress. Okay, next, in Brunei, Brunei also has their batik. In Brunei traditional textile, it is tradition in Brunei, the batik. Uniquely different from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. Batik design, which is the simpor, is the national flower. Simpor is the national flower in Brunei. The sumboy sumboy, which is the pitcher plant, and the ermule, which is the traditional design. Okay. Next, the batik techniques. They have a lot of techniques in Brunei to have their batiks. They have the airbrushing, the cracking, the bubble, the rainbow, sprinkle, geometry, marble. These techniques are applied on the fabric like cotton, chiffon, linen, and bouquet. Handmade batik designs are created through the art of layering and mixing of colors injected with creativity. The ways to do batik, they use hand-drawn, using metal blocks, screen printing, and digital printing. Okay, this is an example of Brunei's batik polo shirt. Okay. Um, let's check your understanding. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer. Put the words from the box to which country they belong. Okay, for example, uh, the Thai silk. Thai silk is came from or originated in Thailand. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to answer.
It's not easy to get my kids going every morning, but there is something they like getting up for.
Okay, let's check your work. Okay, next. Let's find out where those word where country those word belong. We have the Korat in Thailand, Sampot in Cambodia, Pidan also in Cambodia, Ikat, uneven twill, and Krama. Okay. Laos, we have the Sin. Vietnam, we have the Abon Satin, the Santong Tafera, the Bejanlin Weave. In Brunei, we have the Batik and Simpur, also the Sumboy Sumboy, the hand drawn, and the screen printing. In Singaporean, Indonesia, and Malaysia, we have the hand printed or hand painted, the geometric form, the freeform design, the block printed, and thank you. Okay. Um, I hope this video helps you a lot in answering your module in arts, the first lesson in your module. So see you next video lesson, and thank you for watching.